Did you know the 1979 Washington quarter-dollar coin could be worth a lot more than just 25 cents? That's right, the coin you might have sitting in your pocket or in an old drawer could actually be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on some key details. So before you toss it aside or spend it without a second thought, here's everything you need to know about the 1979 quarter. How to identify the rare ones, what features to look for, and how much collectors are actually paying. The Washington quarter has a long history, originally introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington. But by 1979, the design had already become a regular feature of U.S. coinage. That year, the U.S. Mint produced hundreds of millions of quarters, but not all were created equal. The 1979 quarter was minted in 3 different locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, marked with a D; and San Francisco, marked with an S, and struck mainly as proofs for collectors. If your quarter has no mint mark, it came from the Philadelphia Mint. In 1979, this mint produced over 515 million quarters. That makes the average coin very common. If your 1979 P quarter is circulated, used, with scratches and wear, it's generally only worth face value, 25 cents. But if it's in uncirculated condition, especially if it's been graded by a company like PCGS or NGC as MS65 or higher, it could be worth much more. An MS65 might sell for $5 to $12. An MS66 might bring around $30, while an MS67 could go for up to $150 or more. That's because high-grade coins are harder to find. Most coins get nicked and damaged during regular use, so pristine examples are rare and sought after by collectors. Now, if you spot a small D mint mark under the date on your 1979 quarter, that means it was minted in Denver. The Denver Mint produced 489 million quarters in 1979, again, pretty common. Like the Philadelphia coins, most are worth face value. But again, condition is everything. A 1979 D quarter graded MS65 could sell for $6 to $10. MS66 might be worth $20 to $40, and MS67 could fetch as much as $250 or more. If you come across a super high-grade 1979 D quarter, it could be worth real money. A coin that's been perfectly preserved for decades? That's something collectors will fight over. Now let's get to the real stars, the San Francisco Mint proof coins. These weren't meant for circulation. They were struck with extra care for collectors, using specially polished dies and high-quality planchets, blank coins. That means they have mirror-like surfaces, sharp details, and are usually kept in sets or cases. There were about 3.6 million of these made in 1979, but here's where it gets exciting. There are 2 types of 1979 S-proof quarters. Type 1 features a filled S mint mark. The mint mark looks thick or blurry. These are more common. Type 2 has a clear and sharp S mint mark. This one is much rarer and more valuable. If you find a Type 2 in perfect condition, it could sell for $100 to $500 or more, especially if it grades high like PR69 or PR70. These coins are often spotted in original proof sets, so if you have a 1979 proof set, it's worth checking which variety you own. But there's more to the story than just mint marks. Error coins can make ordinary 1979 quarters worth big bucks. Let's talk about some errors to keep an eye on. One major error type is the double die. This happens when the coin design is stamped twice slightly off alignment, creating a doubling effect. These errors are rare and sought after. Another valuable error is an off-center strike. This is when the coin isn't properly aligned during minting and part of the design is missing. If it's significantly off-center but still shows the date, it could be worth $50 to $300 depending on the severity. You might also find clipped planchets, where a piece of the coin is missing due to an error in cutting the blank metal. Or coins struck on the wrong metal, for example, a quarter struck on a penny planchet or a foreign coin blank. These are incredibly rare and could fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars from serious collectors. If you enjoy coin collecting or just want to make sure you're not missing out on a valuable piece of pocket change, the 1979 quarter is a great place to start. It teaches you how mint marks, condition, proof types, and error varieties all play a role in determining a coin's value. And it just might get you hooked on hunting for hidden treasure in everyday coins. So before you spend that 1979 quarter, take a closer look. Check the mint mark, examine the condition, and maybe even get it graded. Because what looks like pocket change today could be worth serious money tomorrow. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned collector, the 1979 Washington quarter proves that even the most ordinary coins can hold extraordinary value. Don't underestimate your change, it might be hiding gold in plain sight.